Knowing your history as a coach, has succeeded very well in the domestic league. Would you like to have this job on a full-time basis now?
I knew you'd ask me that.
I knew you'd answer it also.
It's something that appeals to me, Mr. Gleeson, but there's something bigger that appeals to me at Kaizer Chiefs. I've been to some of the biggest teams in the world, and I've worked with one of the biggest teams in the world. And when I say this team has got that potential, and I think you need to bring from a bigger team and put it in this team, but not as a head coach. The head coach will always be changed in any club, but I feel that this team is not where it's supposed to be. And maybe with my little knowledge that I have, I think this team can be as big as it should be. So there's a cloth that, for me, that needs to be shown to the rest of the world, and I think this team has got it. So whether I'm the head coach or the interim coach, I've come to this team because there's something that nobody else has, and I say it in all respect to all the other clubs in the PSL.
What is it, coach, that they've got that Kaizer has done?
Kaizer in town, Chenja Kaluva. The only man in the world who has built the club, still owns the club, and the only man in South Africa who has an institution like the village. And I think that needs to be exposed to the rest of the world.
Through results.
Results, yes, but just the cloth that goes through that village.
What do you mean by the cloth?
The cloth, the people that work for him, how the people work for him, why they work for this team, and what the aim of this team is going forward for many generations to come. And when I look and I compare example Al Ali. When I look at their young players, they know the generations that won trophy, that won Ali trophies. When I look at the young generation of Kaizer Chiefs, they don't know the generation of Isim Suleiman. And that is the cloth that has to go through this club that we know of. When you talk of Vina, you know the cloth. When you talk of, what was his name before? Patko, then you know the cloth. When you talk of
Sprinter.
Who's that?
Sprinter,
you know the cloth. That's the cloth that this man has developed, and that's the cloth that needs to go through the rest. So it's important that we feel that. I don't know if you would feel that. When I talk about writers, you know Mark Leeson, you know John T. Mark, you know Clint Ezra. Remember Clint Ezra? What writers they were? Well, you yourself. So you know, and that's the cloth.